Talkin to Takayo here Monday. Buffalo Wild Wings Old Eastwood Road location on the eve of, not New Year's, the eve of conference play, of course. The Seahawks taking on Towson Thursday to kick off conference play. They'll have Campbell coming into town on Saturday as well. The Seahawks a chance to start at home in this, what will be the 2025 CAA season coming up. Takayo Siddle joins us now, and Coach, wrapping up the non-conference slate in style as you are 10-3, 13 games in the books, winning 10 of those games. You mentioned post-game on Saturday that non-conference-wise, historically this program has really thrived during that time. But, you know, your thoughts on 10-3, where you're at with conference play starting on Thursday.
Yeah, I mean, if you look back at it, Mike, we experienced some early success, and then we, through a little stretch, we took some lumps, and I think we were able to learn from each one of those losses that we took in the non-conference, and I think we've gotten a little bit better each and every day. We battled through some adversity with injuries and foul trouble, dismissals, whatever it may be. We've been able to handle adversity pretty well. And like I said, to finish off at 10-3, obviously we'd all want to be 13-0, 12-1, but in my experience, you have to take losses sometimes to get a point across and to grow a little bit. And I think this group has really become a little bit more connected than we were at the beginning. I think our identity is starting to shine a little bit more than it had earlier. We're playing some pretty good basketball, and I couldn't be more pleased with them right now.
Yeah, the best record in the league heading into conference play. UNCW and Charleston both 10-3. And as we mentioned last week, the three losses to three teams predicted to win their leagues: Kansas, Colgate, and Howard as well. So, again, a great non-conference for UNCW heading into conference play. We're going to talk a lot about that, the last game against Spartanburg Methodist, and also revisit a couple of the key games in the preseason as well for UNCW. We've got some questions coming in. We'll continue to take questions from the crowd here today. But again, you put this schedule together. The big advantage, we talked a little bit last week, you're at home a lot more, so that was nice. The Seahawks 8-1 at home this season, but you put the teams together to get you ready for the conference and to see some of what you're going to see. Do you feel like you did that? You face teams that are similar to some of your opponents you'll face during the conference slate?
I think so. That was our mindset when we put the schedule together. And certainly being at home, we wanted to make sure we played a lot of home games, for ourselves, for our program, but for the community and the university as well. But, that's the mindset when you put a schedule together. You try to simulate teams that you'll play in your league. And, I think we have, especially the teams that we feel are going to be at the top. And in the middle, we've tried to, strategically play teams that mirror them, and I think we've done a good job of it. Some of it's to be determined, but I think the guys understand that once we go into league play, it's a certain level of focus and intensity that we need to get to, and it needs to happen fast.
An advantage for you, other schools as well. You get to make that foreign trip.
Yeah.
But I'm sure a couple games there, then you get into the regular season. It's still a little bit different, and it's still for you, with so many new pieces, it had to take a little while to figure out what combinations worked and what didn't.
Yeah, I think the amount of guys that we were playing like 11, 12 guys, and I've learned very quick that that's too much for me to handle. It's too much for me to handle. It's the rotations, just getting a rhythm. It took a while for us to get to this point. Now we have about 9 guys that we're playing on a consistent basis. That's more of what I'm looking for. It helps those guys gain confidence. It helps them play in longer stretches. It helps them define their role. It helps them be more comfortable. So being able to go through the non-conference and find a rhythm and get to a point where we know exactly what our rotations are going to look like, we know who's going to play with who, I think it's really helped us.
Yeah, it seems like this is settling into a 9-man rotation. At the top, it's obviously Donovan Newby, who has emerged as the go-to guy for this team right now, leading scorer on this team, and Kamari McGriff consistent as well. But after that, some other guys, again, one night it's their night,
yeah.
One night it's somebody else's, but the games, I think, where there have been team games, team victories, you see some really balanced scoring as well.
Yeah, you mentioned Donovan, you mentioned Kamari. Those guys need to be mainstays, and when I say that, like, I need to know that they're going to be playing at a, first, second, third team, all CAA level every night. Okay, they need to be at the top of everybody's scouting report, and they need to be extremely consistent with their production and output. That has to happen, and then you start looking down. You look at Nolan. I need him to do the same thing. I need Noah to do the same thing. I need to know what I'm getting out of those guys. And a guy that you didn't mention, Harlan Obioha, he's been playing really consistent over our last 7 games. And so he's starting to come into his own. And then, guys like Sean, they've had moments. Bo's had moments. Greedy's had moments. All those guys have had moments. Now we have to be consistent in order for us to go through this conference slate and have success. Those guys have to be consistent, and then the star power that we have, they need to be that every single night.
Hey, you mentioned Harlan. It's great to say you have a 7-footer on your team, but some of those 7-footers at this level are projects. He certainly is not that case, and maybe he's exceeded your expectations the way he's played right now. Has that been the case?
No, he hasn't exceeded my expectations. I know he got off to a slow start, but it's a completely different system than what he's used to. It's a completely different pace, completely different coaching style, and so it took him a little while to get his rhythm and to get used to everything. And I think he's starting to get comfortable, and we certainly feel comfortable having him in the game. And when he's in there, we run stuff for him, we look for him. And then you set that aside, his passion, his energy, the toughness that he plays with, it helps him get other things out there on the floor. So, it's definitely a weapon to have him as a 7-footer that can play.
Yeah, we talked about that energy between him and Noah Ross. You need to have one of those guys on the floor because, again, the energy they provide and some of the leadership. We've seen maybe better leadership on this team, more vocal leaders on this team than we have in the past as well. Is that what you see with some of the makeup of some of these players?
Yeah, Donovan is doing it in a loud way. He's talking. You hear his voice all the time, whether it's in practice, in the film room, whether it's in the game. He's a vocal presence for us in our huddles. I'm letting him talk in the huddles. And then, with some of the stuff on the outside, Noah's been tremendous in leading those guys. And, it's kind of like me and him are in sync here. When something comes up like this prep for this Towson game, you're going to hear him talking to the guys in the locker room about the focus and how tough we need to be. So I'm getting leadership in a few different areas and in different ways from multiple guys, and that's a plus.
Yeah, it's showing partly what makes this team a solid team right now. 10-3 record heading into the conference slate. We'll take our first break. When we get back, we'll talk about the final non-conference game for UNCW Spartanburg Methodist this past Saturday, and then we start turning our attention to what's ahead for UNCW, starting with Towson Thursday night in Trask Coliseum. So the Seahawks a chance to start home to open up this CA slate. Stay with us. Just getting started. Back after this.
Move over Friday. Buffalo Wild Wings is making Thursday the best day of the week. Every Thursday, enjoy buy one and get one free boneless wings with takeout or delivery from B-Dubs. Ready to score double the sauce for half the price? Buy one and get one of equal value free boneless wings on Thursday. Not valid with any other offers. Size exclusions may apply. Limit one while supplies last. Delivery and takeout available at participating Buffalo Wild Wings locations. Limited time offer. Delivery subject to availability. Fees may apply. Valid only for orders placed through the Buffalo Wild Wings app or website.
Oh, what a great camping trip for the Williams family. It was epic, Zach. And this week's MVP was their 2024 Ford Bronco SUV, Matt. Absolutely. It hauled everything and everyone to this great spot by the lake. And get them back in time for the big game. Yeah, let's go! Let's go. With the Ford Bronco or Bronco Sport SUV on your team, it's game on. For the latest offers, go to buyfordnow.com or see your Carolina Ford dealer today.
Hey Seahawk fans, there's a new 7-Eleven in town, now open at 4615 Market Street. Find all your favorites like Big Bite hot dogs, pizza, taquitos, Big Gulps, and Slurpees. Everything you need to get back on the go. Check out what's new with coffee from 7-Eleven, and be sure to grab one of our delicious fresh bakery items, like a cookie or muffin. Visit the new 7-Eleven, now open at 4615 Market Street. and download the 7 Rewards app to score free food and drinks.
All-Star Flags is the Cape Fear source for all of your flag-related needs with high-quality American-made flags and poles. We also specialize in custom flags and banners, including the championship banners hanging within Trask Coliseum. All-Star Flags offers full-service installation on flagpoles, both residential and commercial. Visit our showroom and browse through our selection of U.S., state, military, sports, and international flags. Or check us out online at allstarflags.com. All-Star Flags, quality in every star.
The wait is over. iFly Wilmington is here. Get ready to soar at our grand opening on November 30th. Feel the rush, defy gravity, and make memories for all ages. Great for families, parties, and corporate events. Book a 2-flight package for $74.95 today at iflywilmington.com. It's time to fly.
It's bow time. It's not just football season. It's tailgate season. And that includes every kind of football, whether it's got goalkeepers or goalposts. The kick is good! Because it doesn't matter where or how you tailgate. When you've got crispy chicken and fluffy buttermilk biscuits from Bojangles, your tailgate is better than great. It's legendary. Head to Bojangles and order your tailgate box with boldly seasoned chicken, fixins, biscuits, and legendary iced tea today. It's bow time.
Keith Alton with Alpha Mortgage. As a former Seahawk, I know the importance of teamwork. So whether you're here at Trask Coliseum or at beautiful Brooks Field, take comfort in knowing that my team has you covered. From downtown to the suburbs to the beach. Give Alpha Mortgage a call. And go Hawks!
Join O2 Fitness and save $15 per month with the UNCW Student Special. Your membership gives you access to all 4 locations in Wilmington, located on Independence Boulevard, Racine Drive, in Mayfair Town Center, and in Porter's Neck. Visit in club or go to o2fitnessclubs.com/UNCW. That's the letter O, the number 2, fitnessclubs with an S.com/UNCW, and a membership advisor will help you get started with your student rate.
Talking to Takayo here at Buffalo Wild Wings Old Eastwood Road location. Mike McCarroll with you alongside Takayo Siddle, head coach of the Seahawks. Again, UNCW 10-3, wrapping up the non-conference slate this past Saturday in Trask Coliseum, and the Seahawks taking on Spartanburg Methodist, 99-47 the final score. But Coach, you certainly got what you wanted out of this game. Try to knock off that rust, get things going. A good game to have before conference season starts. So, what's your thoughts on and takeaways from this game?
Yeah, Mike, to be honest, I would have been extremely nervous if we were going into, a Division I game, right after Christmas. The guys had 3-4 days off, and, some of them probably did something, but a lot of them probably sat on their tails and was eating mama's home cooking and all types of desserts and stuff. So I wanted to get them back, and, we got moving right away on Christmas Day, and we wanted to try to knock the rust off before we head into conference play. And, the mentality going into this game was something that I talked about. I wanted to make sure that they understood why we put this game on our schedule and what we needed to get out of this game as we head into conference play. And I think that point was made and emphasized throughout the week. And, I was very proud of them with their approach and mentality throughout the entire game. And I think, like I told you after the game, we got everything that we wanted to get out of that game.
School record 72 rebounds, but you don't do the rebounds and get them if you don't play the defense, and certainly that was a bright spot as well. You hold this team, Spartanburg Methodist, under 24% shooting from the field, so you've got to be pleased by what you saw defensively from your kids.
Yeah, we were fighting a little bit. We were flying around and trying to get our rhythm back on that end of the floor. We had a lot of mishaps that we need to clean up, but I think it was the game rust from being off for so long, and we were able to make those points this morning in film, and I think the guys are jacked up and ready to go to practice to get better today.
emphasis with the size advantage to get that ball inside. You finished with 50 points in the paint as well. Was that a goal and an emphasis getting the ball inside early?
Yeah, I wish we would have locked into it a little bit earlier in the game. You know, we had started off, we were 4 for 8 from 3, and then our next 6-7 shots were threes, and we missed them. I would have liked to seen us make our adjustment quicker, but we adjusted eventually, and we were able to get back to the paint. And I thought we could have finished better around the rim, but the intent was there after we got out of that little spurt where we were taking too many threes.
Noah Ross off the bench, career high 20 points, 8 of 10 from the field, 2 of 2 from 3, 2 of 4 from the free throw line. And again, since coming back now 3 games after missing 4, it seems like he has not skipped a beat, and maybe a little bit better. Maybe he's improved and raised his level of play a little bit more.
Maybe it seems like it. He's playing some really good basketball right now. I think he's just focusing on playing winning basketball, playing the right way, playing his role. We need him. He's everything to our group, everything to our program, and the toughness and competitiveness that he plays with is really unmatched, and we need him on the court as much as possible.
We talked about Harlan Obioha. He got the start as Kamari McGriff was resting in this game, didn't play, so Obioha double-double, 13 points, 12 rebounds, 13 rebounds for Nolan Hodge, a career high for him. And when it came to the end, the star of stars, Coach, it was Shade Anthony. The walkout, 8 points, 3 of 6, 2 of 3 from 3. You know it's going to be a good night when you're able to get to the end of the bench and reward some of those guys who practice so hard and put them in a game.
Yeah, I was proud of them. Those guys do so much for our program, so much behind the scenes, dirty work that they do for our program, and for them to go out and have a chance to play in front of our home crowd and experience some success out there was great. Did you see the celebration after his first 3?
The celebration, they fell down trying to backpedal. Did you see that?
Yeah, so he was celebrating and not being humble, and then when he was backpedaling, he got humbled real quick.
Yes.
Because he tripped over the line, right?
Yes.
But no, I was happy for him, and it's so good to watch the guys that were resting on the bench. It was good to see them celebrate those guys as well, so it was all good.
No students. Usually when there's students, a game like that, they're heckling you, getting you to try to get those guys in. Yeah. Were you hearing from any of the fans there to try to get the end of the bench? Because he had a big contingent of family and friends that were there.
No, I didn't hear any of that, but when he checked in, he got an ovation, and then when he was out there scoring a little bit, he got people celebrating him. So that was good to watch, man. That's what it's all about, just having fun and playing the right way.
99-47, UNCW gets the win here again. They wrap up the regular season, or the non-conference season rather, with 10 victories, 10-3 record. We're going to take another break. When we get back, we're going to dive into a couple of the bigger games, I think, during the non-conference slate, some that showed us what this team is all about. Some big victories against some in-state rivals and others as well. So stay with us. We continue on in just a moment, and we're talking to Takayo here at Buffalo Wild Wings' Old Eastwood Road location.
Wilmington has trusted Reed's Jewelers with their life's moments for more than 76 years. Come visit our brand new store in Independence Mall and shop the area's largest selection of diamonds, bridal jewelry, diamond fashion, Pandora, and much more. Wilmington has voted Reed's as the best jeweler for a reason. Quality jewelry, a friendly atmosphere, and personalized service are what sets us apart. Come visit us to celebrate all life's moments at Reed's Jewelers' beautiful new store at Independence Mall.
New Hanover County tax evaluation will be out early 2025. If you feel your tax value is too high, get an appraiser and broker to review it with you by contacting Tim at Kennedy's Real Estate Services at 910-799-1068 or online at kennedyres.com. Tim's not only a UNCW fan, but he's also your local appraiser and broker, here to assist you with your valuation and any brokerage needs within New Hanover County. Kennedy's Real Estate, here to help you soar, just like the Seahawks.
Dr. Christopher Branco of Oleander Chiropractic wants you to know that you don't have to be a UNCW athlete to be treated like one. Stop by Oleander Chiropractic on Oleander Drive in the Arboretum behind Port City, Java, and you'll get the best care in a safe, comfortable family atmosphere. Dr. Branco has 15 years experience and is the official chiropractic consultant of UNCW Athletics. Oleander Chiropractic is open Monday through Friday with morning and evening appointments available. Most insurance is accepted. For help, tips, and coupons, visit oleanderchiropractic.com.
'Tis the season for Hardee's handcrafted goodness. Made from scratch buttermilk biscuits pulled fresh from the oven. The return of special traditions like salty sweet candied bacon. And faithful friends like Hardee's cinnamon raisin biscuits gathered near to us and served all day, all season long. From icing drizzled biscuits to savory charbroiled burgers, unwrap the holiday goodness of Hardee's. And now enjoy breakfast till noon. Available for a limited time at participating locations. Items may vary.
Brewster's Ice Cream is made in-store daily the old-fashioned way, serving over 24 premium flavors and artisan desserts, including crunchy handmade waffle cones, customized sundaes, candy-filled blast, and thick milkshakes. Custom order Brewster's ice cream cakes or pies with your favorite flavor. Brewster's gift cards make a great gift year-round. Taste the Brewster's difference at 4414 South 17th Street in Wilmington. If you can't make it to us, we'll come to you with DoorDash. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Brewster's Ice Cream Wilmington.
If you're looking for a center console boat with versatility, style, and value, check out Seaboard Boats at Marine Warehouse Center. Seaboard models ranging from 22-foot to 26-foot. The LX series is more than capable of shallow coastal runs, but also adds hardcore offshore fishing. Don't settle for less. Let Marine Warehouse set you up with a Seaboard boat that's powered with a Suzuki-powered outboard. Get yours before they're gone. Visit Marine Warehouse Center on Market Street or marinewarehousecenter.com.
Premier Pools and Spas of Wilmington specializes in gunite pools, fiberglass pools, and outdoor living, kitchens, and hardscape landscaping. Premier knows buying a pool is a big decision for your family. That's why Premier professionals emphasize clarity of communication throughout the process to ensure your peace of mind. From designing your ideal oasis right down to decking out with an array of customizable features, you can trust us to turn your vision into reality. Premier Pools and Spas, serving Wilmington and the surrounding areas. Online at premierpoolsandspas.com.
Hi, I'm Joey Pollard, local owner of Wonderworld right here in Wilmington. You may have seen me and my daughter Hannah on TV over the years. We're proud to be your local experts in exterior remodeling. Whether supplying storm protection or security, Wonderworld still has you covered. Thank you, Wilmington, for all your support over the years. Wonderworld, Wilmington's choice for 25 years and counting.
Wonderworld, simply the best for life.
UNCW off to a great start, 10-3 this season. Conference starting on Thursday. Talking to Takayo here today about the non-conference slate. Mike Vaccaro with Takayo Siddle. And Coach, again, revisiting a couple of the key games. You talked about some setbacks for you. Rarely do you lose back-to-back games. Kansas, you go there, come home, open up the Live Oak Bank Holiday Classic, a tough setback to Colgate. That tournament, the rest of the tournament, could have gone either way, but you guys responded against Sam Houston. You win that game 69-60, and defense really is what helped propel you to that win. 30% shooting for the Bearcats in this game. Your thoughts on the way your kids answered in this game, coming back and securing a hard-fought win?
Yeah, well, we had a day in between because we had Thanksgiving, and so I quickly wanted to move away from that feeling and get us to understand that Thanksgiving is about just enjoying the people, your family, and just taking a step back and embracing the moment, and just enjoying our day. All right, so we wanted to talk about that, and then the next morning after Thanksgiving, we were getting ready for the game. I wanted to bring them in, and I think the returners knew they know what we're about. But some of the new guys, I don't think they understood what this program has been built on since I've been here, and so we wanted to show them what they look like. We pride ourselves on being the most competitive team, the nastiest team, the toughest team out on the court, and so we put together some clips and we showed them, some tough love in there, and we wanted to make sure that we were playing to our identity, the identity of our program, and I got to give the guys credit. They locked in, and we played with some grit in that game, and defensively we were all over the place, and I think it really gave us the energy we needed to win the game.
Forced 16 turnovers again, holding the Bearcats to 30% shooting. And this was the Bo Montgomery game. 17 points for him, 6 of 8, 3 of 4 from 3. You got a combined 30 points to the top from Nubian McGriff. But to see Bo Montgomery kind of come into his own after those discussions that you talked about, that's got to be nice to see him respond in a game like this.
Yeah, absolutely. And when we recruited him, he had a really good career at Holy Cross, but we recruited him to come in here and be one of our guys. And up to that point, he had been very inconsistent and hadn't showcased what he's capable of. And we wanted to get him going. And I think his defensive intensity led to some easy baskets for him. And then he started to see some of them drop. And he finished off with a really good game. But guys like that need to continue to to grow and produce for our team.
So again, UNCW 69-60, the final score there. That would be the first of 4 straight wins for UNCW in the span, kind of middle of that non-conference slate. The second game was against App State, a win for UNCW, 76-61, the final score. So again, the defense is what led the team here, and a little revenge as well, because you lost to App State at Fort Myers last year. You want to turn the tables against the Mountaineers and against another in-state foe.
Yeah, I don't want them walking around here, around North Carolina, thinking that they run the state and that we're a little brother to them. So, that point was made. We had to be tough. We had to be competitive. We had to be physical. And so when you think about them, you think about a team like Towson, who we match up with on Thursday. And so that was talked about. This is very similar to playing a team like Towson, where they're going to be deliberate with their pace. They're going to try to manhandle you and push you around. And you need to stand your ground, and you need to fight. You need to scrap. You need to claw. You need to bite. You need to win these little battles within the game, and we need to win the war. And so that's what we were able to do. And like I said, we played. That was one of our most complete games that we played so far in this early season.
And you look at those little battles. They hold App State under 40% shooting. Out-rebound a team that had a little bit more size, 40-35, and only 4 turnovers that you committed, a season low at the time, and it's been matched as again. And you only had 8 players in this game because Noah Ross, this was the first of 4 that he sat out. But to look at those numbers and to see, again, the defense and the way you just did a great job on the glass, that's got to, again, show this identity, start to show this identity of this team.
Yeah, it's a few things that we talk about that you have to do to give yourself a chance, and that's defending, rebounding, and taking care of the basketball. And we did that, in all three areas in that game, and we were victorious. So that's my point with the guys. If we defend, if we rebound on both ends, and if we take care of it, we get a shot up on the glass, and we don't have live ball turnovers, we'll give ourselves a chance to win the game. And we need to keep being about that.
Yeah, do those things well. You're always going to be in a position to win games, as you did here. 76-61, the final score. UNCW beat App State, in essence winning the Live Oak Bank Holiday Classic with that victory. All right, after that, back on the road to Greenville. ECU, the opponent here. Coach, again, as you like to say, you got punked last year before you went to Kentucky, losing to ECU, and you made another point to your kids that wasn't going to happen this year.
Yeah, going into that game, we talked about that a little bit. I think the previous year, he got his team more ready to play than I did. So hats off to him, because the year before that, we completely punked them here when we played at home. So he got them ready for it. We didn't quite match the physicality that they were playing with a year ago. We knew that was going to be the same going into this game this year. He was going to talk about that. And we needed to be ready to exceed that. But we didn't need to look at it as a revenge game. We needed to be locked in to the next thing, being great at the next thing, and that was the possession in front of us. And I thought we were there, and we out-toughed them, and we completely punked them in that game.
67-53, the final score. At the time, the lowest output for an opponent. That's been topped by Spartanburg Methodist, who had 47 on Saturday. But again, seeing the way defense has kind of helped you guys during this 4-game run, other times as well. Does it make it easier as a coach to stress defense to your kids, to your group, to say, you play defense, you've got a chance?
Yeah, we've been talking about it. And this morning, I keep talking about this morning, we had a big meeting this morning just to get their mind right. And I wanted to be the first person they saw this morning. So we've had 10 non-conference wins. All right. 3 of those, I don't want to win like that. So we play Mount Olive. We scored 140-some points, but they scored a bunch of points. Georgia Southern, same thing. It was a high-scoring game. They scored a bunch of points. Upstate, same thing. I don't want to win. I want to win every type of game, but I don't want to win with giving up that many points, okay? 7 of those, we've held teams to 37% from the field. And that's more of what I want it to look like. And so we have to hang our hat on playing defense and having that just take us throughout the game.
Again, the defense was there. Balanced scoring was there against ECU as well. You only had 8 players. Again, no Noah Ross. Leading scorers, Donovan Newby and Obioha with 12 apiece. Everybody else 5 or more points in this game. From a team standpoint, in the balance, doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah, no, that's what we have to be about. I talked earlier about, having a little bit of star power, and those guys are really good players. And if we win, they'll have a chance to get individual accolades. But we have to be the best team in our league. We have to be the best team every time we step out there, and that's having strength in our unit like we talk about. And everybody has to pull their weight and be productive in their minutes and in their role.
Another game, I don't have the box score here, but you touched on it off air. Florida Gulf Coast was a big game for you guys. Coming off the setback at Howard, and again, you challenge your kids a little bit. Hey, what kind of team were you going to be? That maybe, as you look back at it as well, kind of a turning point potentially for this team as well.
Yeah, I hope those type of things can help us. I hope that can help us in terms of, all right, coach is putting everything out in front of you before you even play the game. Let's listen to him. Let's listen to the coaching staff. Let's execute the game plan so we won't have to learn from a loss. I talked to him about that earlier too. So just listen, go out there, execute it with great force and great intent, and see what happens. And if we're wrong, then we'll make our adjustments as a coaching staff and figure it out going into the next game.
So again, some of the key wins for UNCW on their way to a 10-3 record in the non-conference season. We'll take a break. When we get back, our Carolina Ford Dealers Player of the Week. That's straight ahead. Stay with us. Back after this, more Talkin to Takayo from Buffalo Wild Wings.
All right, let's go ahead and huddle up, wing lovers. You do know you can double your count for less on Wing Tuesdays at Buffalo Wild Wings, right? Well, here's what you do. Buy 1 order of traditional wings and get the second one for 50% off. No time to dine, don't sweat it. Order for delivery and then wing it up with the crew at home. Or you can pick up Buffalo Wild Wings takeout when you're on the go. Limit 1 per order. Not valid with any other offers. Additional terms and conditions apply. Wing Tuesdays at Buffalo Wild Wings. Double your count for less. Buffalo Wild Wings, a proud supporter of Seahawk Athletics.
At Pawn USA, we buy, sell, trade, and loan money on almost anything. Buying? Come check out our amazing inventory at our 5 convenient locations. Selling? We can give you cash or a loan for your items on the spot. Find the Pawn USA nearest you in Wallace, Charlotte, Leland, and in Wilmington, and we'll work with you for an enjoyable and beneficial experience. Ask about our free layaway plan and check us out at pawnusa.net and on eBay. There's always a new find at Pawn USA.
Hampton Inn University and Hampton Inn Suites Landville Park are proud UNCW Seahawks sponsors. Award-winning hotels providing rooms, suites, catering, and meeting rooms. Ask for the Seahawks special. Call 910-399-9006. That's 910-399-9006. HamptonInns.com and support the Seahawks.
Hey Seahawk fans, there's a new 7-Eleven in town, now open at 4615 Market Street. Find all your favorites like Big Bite hot dogs, pizza, taquitos, Big Gulps, and Slurpees. Everything you need to get back on the go. Check out what's new with coffee from 7-Eleven. And be sure to grab one of our delicious fresh bakery items, like a cookie or muffin. Visit the new 7-Eleven, now open at 4615 Market Street. And download the 7 Rewards app to score free food and drinks.
Hi, I'm Joey Pollard, local owner of Winter World right here in Wilmington. You may have seen me and my daughter Hannah on TV over the years. We're proud to be your local experts in exterior remodeling. Whether supplying storm protection or security, Winter World still has you covered. Thank you, Wilmington, for all your support over the years. Winter World, Wilmington's choice for 25 years and counting.
Winter World, simply the best for life.
I'm Josh Barber for Capital Ford Lincoln of Wilmington. It's our desire to be Wilmington's premier source for all your automotive needs. Our knowledge, selection, and most importantly, customer service is second to none. Whether you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, need regularly scheduled maintenance, technical repair, or collision service, we invite you to experience the way we do business. So come see us at Capital Ford Lincoln of Wilmington on Oleander Drive and let us be your car dealer. Remember, if you buy anywhere else, you'll pay too much, and go Seahawks.
Preparing for the big game, athletes practice countless hours year-round. Then, it's game time, and their fans get to see the results, cheering on their team to a win. At Coastline Insurance, we're working hard behind the scenes, preparing for when you need us, because we want our customers to be our biggest fans. Let Coastline Insurance shop your coverage and find out why we say, when we shop, you win. Find us online at coastlineinsurance.com.
The wait is over. iFly Wilmington is here. Get ready to soar at our grand opening on November 30th. Feel the rush, defy gravity, and make memories for all ages. Great for families, parties, and corporate events. Book a 2-flight package for $74.95 today at iflywilmington.com. It's time to fly.
Join O2 Fitness and save $15 per month with the UNCW Student Special. Your membership gives you access to all 4 locations in Wilmington, located on Independence Boulevard, Racine Drive, in Mayfair Town Center, and in Porter's Neck. Visit in club or go to o2fitnessclubs.com/UNCW. That's the letter O, the number 2, fitnessclubs with an S.com/UNCW, and a membership advisor will help you get started with your student rate.
When it comes to industrial, hydraulic, hose, and marine supplies, FP Fensel Supply Company is a company you can trust. If we don't have what you need in stock, we'll get it. If you need help troubleshooting a problem, we'll do our best to solve it at competitive prices. We call it the Fensel Focus. Simply put, we know trust comes from a good experience, and we've been providing that to our customers from Wilmington to Jacksonville for 50 years. On the web at fenselsupply.com. That's FENSEL supply.com. Talking to Takayo here this morning. Mike McCarroll with you alongside Takayo Siddle, head coach of the Seahawks. Again, UNCW 10-3 in the non-conference slate, with the conference starting up Thursday, Saturday, both games at home against Towson and Campbell for UNCW. As we get now to our Carolina Ford Dealers Player of the Weekend, with just a one game, Noah Ross stood out. A career-high 20 points in the win against Spartanburg Methodist, 8 of 10 from the field, 2 of 2 from 3, 9 rebounds, so close to a double-double, a couple of assists. But, Coach, you look at the last 3 games since returning off the thumb injury, he's averaging almost 12 points a game. So, again, before the injury, he was your leading rebounder. Not a whole lot of points, contributing here and there, but now it seems like the offense has kind of kicked in a little bit more for him, and another, energy guy now coming off the bench for this team as well.
Yeah, he's he's played a lot of basketball here for me, for the staff. He's played in a lot of pressure games. You can see him coming into his own right now as an older guy with experience. The game has slowed down a little bit for him. He's picking his spots. He's playing the right way. Like I told you earlier, I can't ask for much more from him.
And as you said, he's kind of coaching up the new guys to let them know, okay, conference play, the CAA, different than maybe the conferences you were in. Towson, a different type of opponent. Obviously, it takes a different type of game to beat a team like Towson. The way they play basketball, it's got to be nice to have those guys because you don't have to say much sometimes at this time of year.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it needs to become. It needs to become a player-led team. That's what has to happen. In order for us to, be as successful as we want to be, it can't be us coaches all the time. It has to be player-led, and I've been encouraging them and pushing them to become more of a player-led team, and I can see it forming, and it's going at the pace that we need it to go right now. But as we get in the conference, those guys are going to have to step up more than ever.
Ross, right now, third leading scorer on this team. Again, leads the team, ninth best rebounder in the conference as well, averaging 7 rebounds a game. He's been coming off the bench, coming back from the injury. Do you toy with that? Do you put him back in the starting 5? He's, again, at crunch time, a lot of times he's on the floor, but players love to have their name announced at the beginning of the game.
It depends on how this week goes. If some guys aren't playing at the level that they need to play at from a physicality and toughness standpoint, I'll make the change if I need to. But he'll be right in there. Right now, we're coming off a loss. Off a win. Everybody's feeling good, so I don't want to mess up the morale. But if I need to put him in there and start him on Thursday, I will.
Again, these guys basically know 9-man rotation right now, and so you're going to get your minutes whether your name is announced at the beginning of the game or not. Noah Ross certainly doing that in this week's Carolina Ford Dealer Player of the Week. Seahawks memories are made with good friends off the beaten path. It's time to get into a built wild Ford Bronco or Ford Bronco Sports. See your Carolina Ford Dealer, proud partner of Seahawk Athletics. We'll take another break. When we get back, we'll answer some questions as we get set for conference play starting up on Thursday. Those questions from the audience straight ahead. Stay with us. Talking to Takayo rolls on after this.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks, we have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Oh, what a great camping trip for the Williams family. It was epic, Zach. And this week's MVP was their 2024 Ford Bronco SUV, Matt. Absolutely. It hauled everything and everyone to this great spot by the lake. And get them back in time for the big game. Yeah, let's go! Let's go. With the Ford Bronco or Bronco Sport SUV on your team, it's game on. For the latest offers, go to buyfordnow.com or see your Carolina Ford dealer today.
New Hanover County tax evaluation will be out early 2025. If you feel your tax value is too high, get an appraiser and broker to review it with you by contacting Tim at Kennedy's Real Estate Services at 910-799-1068 or online at KennedyRES.com. Tim's not only a UNCW fan, but he's also your local appraiser and broker, here to assist you with your valuation and any brokerage needs within New Hanover County. Kennedy's Real Estate, here to help you soar, just like the Seahawks.
Dr. Christopher Branco of Oleander Chiropractic wants you to know that you don't have to be a UNCW athlete to be treated like one. Stop by Oleander Chiropractic on Oleander Drive in the Arboretum behind Port City, Java, and you'll get the best care in a safe, comfortable family atmosphere. Dr. Branco has 15 years experience and is the official chiropractic consultant of UNCW Athletics. Oleander Chiropractic is open Monday through Friday with morning and evening appointments available. Most insurance is accepted. For help, tips, and coupons, visit OleanderChiropractic.com.
All-Star Flags is the Cape Fear source for all of your flag-related needs with high-quality American-made flags and poles. We also specialize in custom flags and banners, including the championship banners hanging within Trask Coliseum. All-Star Flags offers full-service installation on flagpoles, both residential and commercial. Visit our showroom and browse through our selection of U.S., state, military, sports, and international flags. Or check us out online at allstarflags.com. All-Star Flags, quality in every star.
Every morning in hardworking America, Hardee's biscuit makers rise to bake you Hardee's original made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuits. Famous since 1977 and still baked fresh every 15 minutes. It's not the easy way, but it's the only way to make Hardee's breakfast so good. Like our mix and match handcrafted breakfast biscuits. Select items now 2 for $5. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Tax not included. Price and participation may vary.
If you're looking for a flats boat, Marine Warehouse Center has it. Spider boats are the fastest growing, most affordable brand of flats boats on the market. Flats boats and skinny water fishing shouldn't be only available to those with deep pockets. Every Spider boat comes with a 10-year limited hull warranty. Marine Warehouse has Spider boats packed to the brim with features to accommodate everyone and powered with Yamaha outboards. Visit Marine Warehouse Center on Market Street or marinewarehousecenter.com.
Premier Pools and Spas of Wilmington specializes in gunite pools, fiberglass pools, and outdoor living, kitchens, and hardscape landscaping. Premier knows buying a pool is a big decision for your family. That's why Premier professionals emphasize clarity of communication throughout the process to ensure your peace of mind. From designing your ideal oasis right down to decking out with an array of customizable features, you can trust us to turn your vision into reality. Premier Pools and Spas serving Wilmington and the surrounding areas. Online at premierpoolsandspas.com.
Wilmington has trusted Reed's Jewelers with their life's moments for more than 76 years. Come visit our brand new store in Independence Mall and shop the area's largest selection of diamonds, bridal jewelry, diamond fashion, Pandora, and much more. Wilmington has voted Reed's as the best jeweler for a reason. Quality jewelry, a friendly atmosphere, and personalized service are what sets us apart. Come visit us to celebrate all life's moments at Reed's Jewelers' beautiful new store at Independence Mall.
Brewster's ice cream is made in-store daily the old-fashioned way, serving over 24 premium flavors and artisan desserts, including crunchy handmade waffle cones, customized sundaes, candy-filled blast, and thick milkshakes. Custom order Brewster's ice cream cakes or pies with your favorite flavor. Brewster's gift cards make a great gift year-round. Taste the Brewster's difference at 4414 South 17th Street in Wilmington. If you can't make it to us, we'll come to you with DoorDash. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Brewster's Ice Cream Wilmington.
Talking to Takayo here at Buffalo Wild Wings, Old Eastwood Road location. Back at it next Monday as well. Join us at noon. Before we get to the questions, do want to wish a happy birthday to Mel Gibson, the former UNCW head coach, member of the Greater Wilmington Sports Hall of Fame. Head coach of the Seahawks from 1972 to 1986, 14 years. He ushered them into the Division I era, second all-time with 194 victories, 194 and 80 his record. So Mel Gibson, I believe 84 years old here today. So happy birthday to Mel. We get to the questions here, and we'll start with Herb, who wants to know, besides Trask Coliseum, where's the toughest place to play in the CAA in your mind?
Well, we can look at it
for various reasons.
A couple different reasons. Obviously, Charleston is tough to play in there because they get similar crowds to what we get, but just in a different way. But then it's tough to play in places like Drexel, and they get no fans, and Hampton and places like that with empty gyms. Northeastern. It's tough to play in environments like that for our guys, but you can look at it from two different standpoints, and I would probably say Charleston, in terms of their game day atmosphere, is probably the toughest when you talk about that, and then it's a crapshoot for everybody else.
Yeah, Northeastern, you have also the ice underneath the court as well. Makes it for a cold environment there at historic Matthews Arena. Joshua wants to know about your approach once you get in the conference here. How far back do you go as far as looking at film on them? Is it just this season? Is it in previous seasons? Knowing that if the coach is the same and some of the personnel is the same, how much film do you actually look at an opponent?
So for this game in particular, we've watched I've watched their last 5 games that they've played, and the 3 times that we played them. We played them last year, so we'll look at that because they return so much. With other teams, we'll mainly focus on, their last 6 games, and then, we may look back at the games that we played them last year, but we have some new coaches in the league, different styles. And then some teams have had a lot of turnovers, so it may be a waste of time to go back and watch those games if that is the situation. But that's typically how we do it.
All right, good question there from Joshua. Question from Herb as well. It's, you get in a conference play. I don't want to say it's comfortable, but you get into a rhythm playing Thursday and Saturday for the most part. You know some of the personnel, know some of the coaches, some of the places you're going to play as well. Is there some comfort in that?
It is. You know exactly what you're getting from a week-to-week basis. It changes a little bit a couple times where we play on, maybe a Monday and a Thursday and Saturday. But it changes. But, in terms of getting a routine for your group, it certainly makes us a little more comfortable as we get into league play. And as a coach, you can really try to get a rhythm with your practices and how you're doing things. So, I'm excited. I'm ready to get going.
I think there's a lot of dangerous teams in the league this year. When you look at it, right now, 8 of the 14 have records above 500. Towson's not one of them. They're 5-8, but they're a lot better than that. Obviously, Charleston. How about Hampton? 8-5 right now. One of the hottest teams already, 1-0 in the league. And to me, one of the scarier teams is Monmouth. 2-11.
Yeah.
You're going to say I'm crazy. They played one home game. So they are 1-7 away, 0-3 neutral site. They've got a lot of players, but they've got the leading scorer in the league right now.
Yeah.
I mean, what does that tell you about the league and just how difficult it could be this year?
Yeah, it's different. It's different from what it's been in the past. It's not top heavy. Everybody's good. Anybody can beat anybody, and that's what makes it. That's what makes college basketball so fun, and that's why that's what makes the CAA one of the better leagues in the country, in my opinion. It's just it's even. Nobody's really separated themselves. It's going to be a tough challenge every night that we step out there, and for this group, I think that's good. It forces us to grow a little bit quicker and mature a little bit quicker.
For UNCW, this will be 3 straight conference games against the same opponent, Towson. You ended the regular season beating them. Unfortunately, lost to them in the tournament. Now you open up conference play. So you're taking on this team, a tough team, obviously, but you're at home.
Yeah.
A big plus to have that be the case this year?
I don't know.
No students,
honestly,
though.
I don't think so, Mike. I always talk about this with the teams that are competing or think they have a chance to compete for a championship. None of that really matters. None of the external factors matter. And I know Patty's going he always talks about our home crowd, so he's going to have his guys ready to play. We've always had tough games against him no matter where we play them at. If you remember a couple years back, they spanked us by 20 in front of a sold-out crowd. So he'll have them ready to play. None of that matters when you're trying to compete at the top, and when you think you're the best, none of it really matters.
Yeah, the race to the top, trying to be at least one of those top 4 teams to get those buys in the conference this year. It all starts on Thursday against Towson. We'll take our final break, and we'll talk a little bit more about the Tigers and what the Seahawks are up against on a Thursday and what the Tigers are up against as well in Trask Coliseum. Stay with us. Wrap things up next year. We're talking to Takayo.
At Pawn USA, we buy, sell, trade, and loan money on almost anything. Buying? Come check out our amazing inventory at our 5 convenient locations. Selling? We can give you cash or a loan for your items on the spot. Find the Pawn USA nearest you in Wallace, Charlotte, Leland, and in Wilmington, and we'll work with you for an enjoyable and beneficial experience. Ask about our free layaway plan and check us out at pawnusa.net and on eBay. There's always a new find at Pawn USA.
I'm Josh Barber for Capital Ford Lincoln of Wilmington. It's our desire to be Wilmington's premier source for all your automotive needs. Our knowledge, selection, and most importantly, customer service is second to none. Whether you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, need regularly scheduled maintenance, technical repair, or collision service, we invite you to experience the way we do business. So come see us at Capital Ford Lincoln of Wilmington on Oleander Drive and let us be your car dealer. Remember, if you buy anywhere else, you'll pay too much, and go Seahawks.
Hampton Inn University and Hampton Inn Suites Landville Park are proud UNCW Seahawks sponsors. Award-winning hotels providing rooms, suites, catering, and meeting rooms. Ask for the Seahawks special. Call 910-399-9006. That's 910-399-9006. Pentiment.com and support the Seahawks.
Today we have two very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right. Oh, I like it. So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip. Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
It's bow time. It's not just football season. It's tailgate season. And that includes every kind of football, whether it's got goalkeepers or goalposts. The kick is good! Because it doesn't matter where or how you tailgate. When you've got crispy chicken and fluffy buttermilk biscuits from Bojangles, your tailgate is better than great. It's legendary. Head to Bojangles and order your tailgate box with boldly seasoned chicken, fixins, biscuits, and legendary iced tea today. It's bow time.
Keith Altman with Alpha Mortgage. As a former Seahawk, I know the importance of teamwork. So whether you're here at Trask Coliseum or at beautiful Brooks Field, take comfort in knowing that my team has you covered. From downtown to the suburbs to the beach. Give Alpha Mortgage a call. And go Hawks!
When it comes to industrial, hydraulic, hose, and marine supplies, FP Fensel Supply Company is a company you can trust. If we don't have what you need in stock, we'll get it. If you need help troubleshooting a problem, we'll do our best to solve it at competitive prices. We call it the Fensel Focus. Simply put, we know trust comes from a good experience, and we've been providing that to our customers from Wilmington to Jacksonville for 50 years. On the web at fenselsupply.com. That's FENSEL supply.com.
Preparing for the big game, athletes practice countless hours year-round. Then, it's game time, and their fans get to see the results, cheering on their team to a win. At Coastline Insurance, we're working hard behind the scenes, preparing for when you need us, because we want our customers to be our biggest fans. Let Coastline Insurance shop your coverage and find out why we say, when we shop, you win. Find us online at coastlineinsurance.com.
Wrapping up this week's edition of Talkin' to Takayo here at Buffalo Wild Wings, or the Eastwood Road location. Mike McCarroll with the coach, Takayo Siddle. UNCW in Towson, 7 o'clock, Trask Coliseum. We'll have it for you on Flow College, The Breeze, and Fox Wilmington at 6:45 if you cannot make it out. UNCW 10-3, 5-8 for Towson, the preseason favorite to win this league. Coach, this is a battle, as we always talk about. But you're a team that's number one in the league. You average 83.5 points. They're number two. They allow only 66. How do you make this a game and a score that's more to your liking? How do you score the ball against this team?
We have to get stops. That's where it really starts. Starts at with us. We have to get stops, clean rebounds, to get some transition. We have to turn them over a little bit. But here's the deal. This is not a basketball game. All right, it's a UFC fight, so we got to be ready to get nasty.
Yeah, you talk a lot about toughness in a game like this, and they've got a great player in Tyler Tejada, last year's Rookie of the Year, preseason first team. He's been a little bit injured, only played 7 games with 6 starts, but still averaging almost 17 points. How good is he, and how much do you key on him?
He's one of the best I've seen in this league. He is very, very talented. You know, if he is a kid who I think he is, if he's a worker, if he keeps getting better, I mean, we'll see him playing in the NBA. He's that good. You know, I'm very impressed after watching him on film. He has an even kill demeanor. Like nothing really phases him. He can do everything on the court. It reminds me of T.J. Warren, who played at NC State, who got drafted, in the first round, years back. But he shoots it better than T.J. did at this stage of his career. He's good, Mike. I mean, there's no Yeah, he's a really good player.
Yeah, 6'9", 220, just a sophomore. Tejada, again, averaging just shy of 17 points a game, 4 rebounds, shooting almost 31% from three-point distance as well. So how about Kamari McGriff? Again, he sat out on Saturday. What's his status? And I know you want to have him in there if you can.
Yeah, he'll be practicing all week, and we fully expect him to be back to his normal self.
All right, so it should be an exciting game. Great way to kick off conference play again Thursday at 7 o'clock in Trask Coliseum. Get those tickets. If you don't, go to uncwsports.com/buy tickets. Coach, best of luck. We'll talk to you prior to that game on Thursday.
Thank you, Mike.
Again, he's Takayo Siddle, Mike McKellar here. Thanks for joining us today. Another edition of Talkin' to Takayo at Buffalo Wild Wings. Back at it next Monday as well, as we'll recap the game with Townsend, the game with Campbell as well. The Seahawks home for back-to-back games Thursday and Saturday. Hope to have you out for those games. If you cannot make it, we'll have those for you again on The Breeze, Will College, and Thursday's game on Fox Wilmington as well. Have a great day, everybody.